it don't add up. Bitch, do the math. Head glitch the way it went over your dome. Have you screaming like Macaulay in Home Alone. Catch me online, cause you know that I'm on. Got a little clout, but she's singing along.
Yo, what's up, you guys? It's GamaLlama back again, and we're here with another video. Today, we will be reacting to a couple videos. The first one's going to be with Andrew Tate talking with Pierce Morgan on his show. The next second clip is going to be of Valuetainment. It's going to be females, women, talking about similar concepts, about roles and relationships, women, men. And then the last clip is going to be Akon in the Joe Budden podcast talking about similar concept. So let's get right into this, guys.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I?
Do you think that 18, 19-year-old women are more attractive than 25-year-old women?
I think there's attractive people. That's a loaded question. I don't know.
Well, it's not really, is it?
I can't.
You know why I'm asking you?
Of course I do, but I can't sit here and
for
say.
the benefit of viewers who don't know why I'm asking, you said this. In general, this is also one of the reasons men find youth attractive. You want to blow up the internet? I'll blow up the internet right effing now. The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25-year-olds is because they've been through less dick. People say, oh, you can't say that, but yes, I can. A 19-year-old is more attractive than a 26-year-old woman, and I'll tell you why. Because that 26-year-old has talked to more guys, been to the club more times, been effed and dumped more times, more arguments, more mess, more for me to clean up. That is misogyny.
Why?
Because you are encouraging a mindset about 25-year-old women that makes them sound out to be infinitely less desirable than 18, 19-year-olds.
Saying the age.
You're saying 18, 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25.
Well, than ageist, perhaps. But
Now, before Andrew gives his answer, just in general, I believe the same thing, where a girl's value goes down when she's been tossed around, and if she's slept with a lot of your friends, and you know, it just makes her less desirable. And in general, it's like you don't want to marry somebody like that. You don't want to marry someone who all your friends have slept with, or you know, like. It's just a recipe for disaster, and to me that's viable. You can say that without you shouldn't get canceled for saying that. And he's not the only one that believes that. And on top of this is like it's like they're trying to say that Andrew Tate is wrong for saying that, but in reality there's so many people that think that way, and it's crazy. They can't even. This is dumb. Let's keep on going, guys.
well, firstly, even if that was the case, that wouldn't be misogyny.
Well, what did you mean by what you said?
That's not misogyny because it's not anti-women. I'm saying that an 18 or a 19-year-old woman would be more desirable.
Pretty anti-25-year-old woman.
Anti-25-year-old women we can argue, but not misogyny.
Well, that's misogyny then, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well, being anti any woman at all is misogyny.
Not when I'm saying that women are beautiful and attractive at a certain age and saying the age.
You're saying 18, 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25.
Well, than ageist perhaps, but misogynistic absolutely
Is that
not.
but you just accepted it was misogyny.
No, I didn't. You said it was misogyny. I'm telling you, no, it's not.
If a 26-year-old woman is watching this and has heard those comments,
Yeah.
would you just say to her, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that?
No, I won't. I will say that I am sorry that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world.
That doesn't mean you're sorry.
No, I'm not sorry. That's the point I'm making. I'm sorry if that offends you. However, there's a large contingent of the world that believe that, and I was mediating for a conversation.
Parts of the world that believe that about 26-year-old women are parts of the world where women are not allowed out on their own.
That's a conversation.
They have to wear full burqas.
Well, that's a conversation.
They're not allowed to drive cars.
That's nothing to do with me.
But is that the kind of world for women that you?
I was mediating a conversation.
No, I'm asking you what you think.
I don't live in a country where that happens.
You're using that as the excuse.
That whole part, it just seemed like Andrew Tate was just defending himself, and he was just basically like being attacked with, oh, you believe this, you believe that, you believe this. And it's like, in a way, it's crazy because the person that's getting canceled is the one who's being attacked. And it's crazy. Like, I don't know. There's a clip about girls saying something similar and believing in the same concept, but these women haven't been canceled. Their platforms are still there. But let's dive right into it, guys.
I just don't think it's good for women to behave that way at all. Like, I don't think they enjoy it. And I look back and I'm like, okay, I never had that phase where I was like, oh, I need to get it out of my system. And I feel like that is something that guys go through. It's legitimate. Like, they need to kind of purge that. But I feel like every woman that I knew in my life who tried to mimic that male behavior was miserable. And really what they wanted was a boyfriend. But they couldn't find a boyfriend, so they were like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do what the guys are doing," and they were all unhappy. So, and also, I feel like it devalues you then when you do go to find that guy, and they realize that you've been with all these guys and you've been floating around, and oh, my friend was with her like a few years ago, and this, and you've just been around a lot. they're going to be like, oh, now you're like kind of low quality, because guys don't really like that in women who've kind of slept around the block 50 times.
Wait. How can Andrew say this and get canceled and his views be misogynistic when a female saying it and she's not misogynistic? She's just stating like the facts. I mean, we live in a clown world, guys. You guys gotta think for yourselves. I mean, this is crazy that people are telling us that we can't think this way or that this is the wrong way to view things. It's just facts. Look at, she's saying it herself, a female saying the same thing, literally the same thing.
So I would say I see that and I'm like, no, Adam, women don't need to do that. Like maybe that's something separate set of rules for guys in a way, but women aren't happy doing that. They shouldn't aspire to do that, and they should aspire to a position of self-respect where they don't have to do that. Like they don't benefit from that structure in any way. And I'd argue they don't really need to purge that, because that's not really what we're about at our core. You say what?
I mean, well said. She said it. You know, there's nothing else to say about that. But now we got Akon here saying, talking about gender roles. And this is something that Andrew Tate gets a lot of accusations of misogyny for, is because he says that women play roles and, you know, men are different. They're not equal. But let's just listen.
Because you're not just dealing with beauty. You're also dealing with a different mentality.
He's talking about women in Africa. Akon, I don't know if he lives in Africa, but he's like making his own city in Africa. But I'm pretty sure he does. He goes out. He stays in Africa. But this is him talking about women in Africa.
Like, women treat you like
the king you are.
Like a king. They're not competing with you. They're not fighting for equality, because they understand that men and women could never be equal. They understand their roles. You know?
To that you say?
Not a goddamn thing.
How are these guys saying the same thing as Andrew Tate but not getting banned? Like, I'm not trying to say that they need to be banned. I'm just saying that it's just crazy that people are saying the same things, but they're deplatforming people, and it just blows my mind.
I'm gonna go put some money in that jar. Go ahead.
I have some money going to the side for my Africa fund when I could get my shit over there.
I'm gonna go bless
when
the
I
jar
get over
early.
there,
I'm gonna call you a bunch today.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna put him over there
early.
early, yo. This guy.
No, I mean, that's a matter. It's a matter of understanding.
How are those
the
roles defined there?
The roles are very defined. It's very clean. Like here, even if you say the word role to a woman here, they get offended. That's true. Just use the role. Yo, play your role, let me play mine. Role? What the fuck you mean, play my role? Like, everybody has a role. There's infrastructure to life. And if a woman doesn't understand her position and the role that she play in life, everybody's confused. How can a man and a woman play the same exact role? Where's the balance? Right? So in Africa, it's very clear. The woman plays the role of a woman. Okay? God installed love, emotions, and compassion in a woman, because as a motherly figure, those things have to be instilled.
Nurturing.
Right. This is why women catch so much feeling so quick. This is why they can endure so much pain and still be there. That loyalty, all that comes with them naturally. They think that we treat them like shit. No,
I'm looking at the camera. I was about to say,
they
everybody,
kick his ass.
this is Mr. Akon.
And say it, and Antoine agrees.
No, but guys, at the end of the day,
I agree.
At the end of the day, it's true.
So
there you have it. Akon speaking on women, you know, a lot of people agreeing. And it's not that men are trying to put women down. It's just that they're just saying that we're different. Men and women they're just different. And, you know, men have different qualities, women have different qualities. And it's just we're supposed to come together, you know? We're supposed to be a union, come together and to have a strong family. But nowadays we have a lot of women being promiscuous and just sleeping around, and a lot of I mean, men are doing the same thing. And it honestly, a lot of this is just a lot of it's hypersexuality. But I mean, that's just like a different topic altogether. But let me know what you guys think. Am I being crazy, or, you know, what do you guys think about this? Let me know what you guys think. This is GamaLlama here, and check me out in the next video, you guys.
Subscribe to my shit. Yo, like on my videos.